Beneath the freezing water, the orca surges upward, breaking through the ice and forcing its target into a rapidly narrowing escape zone. The orca does not hunt through chaos, but through intelligence, speed, and near-perfect coordination. Each approach is carefully calculated, steadily reducing every possible escape route. The orca is at its most formidable when the entire ocean becomes its advantage. The orca is the largest species of dolphin on the planet. Reaching lengths of around 30 feet and weighing over 10,000 pounds, its true strength lies in its highly developed social intelligence. In many cold water regions, orcas live in tightly bonded family groups, passing down hunting strategies across generations as a form of ocean culture. With advanced echolocation, coordinated teamwork, and remarkable adaptability, they have become among the most efficient hunters in the marine world. In the wild, the orca stands as a dominant presence at the very top of the ocean's food chain. The vast ocean has long been a realm shaped by unforgiving laws of survival, where the great white shark has stood as a symbol of unmatched dominance. With a body mass reaching up to 5,000 pounds and a powerful bite adapted for open water hunting, this predator has long appeared without equal in temperate waters. Yet the natural order is being challenged by a striking black and white presence: the orca. To the orca, even a top marine predator is an opponent with biological limitations. Using a body weight up to 3 times greater, the orca delivers powerful tail strikes at the water's surface, generating force that pushes the shark upward before a decisive side impact follows. Through a precise inversion technique, it induces a temporary state of immobility, leaving even a powerful predator briefly unresponsive. The objective of this highly refined strategy is access to an energy-dense food source, making the shark especially valuable in the open ocean. This encounter between strategic intelligence and raw instinct underscores the orca's commanding role. As the former ruler withdraws, the ocean reaffirms a fundamental truth: intelligence and discipline consistently surpass strength alone. In the natural world, few animals dare to perform the calculated beaching maneuvers mastered by the orca. Their target, sea lions weighing up to around 800 pounds, often rely on the safety of the shoreline, believing distance from the water ensures protection. But against predators with exceptional intelligence, that boundary becomes fragile. Riding incoming waves, the orca accelerates through the water and launches onto the shore, using an estimated bite force of around 19,000 pounds per square inch to gain control of the encounter. It is a high-risk strategy because a single miscalculation in thrust or timing could leave the hunter stranded and vulnerable. Even after securing the prey, the sequence does not end. Orcas often guide the animal back into deeper water, where they engage in controlled, repetitive interactions that help reinforce hunting skills within the group. To sustain such a massive biological system, each individual typically requires the equivalent of several prey of this size per day. This demanding cycle is not driven by instinct alone, but stands as a powerful demonstration of the balance between physical strength and advanced strategic intelligence in one of the ocean's most capable predators. In some of the coldest waters on the planet, survival favors the well-adapted. Here, the Weddell seal, an energy-rich animal weighing over 600 pounds, becomes a prime target. Its thick layer of blubber provides essential calories, but reaching this resource requires the mind of a skilled strategist. When a seal is spotted on drifting ice, the orcapod does not rush in. They align side by side like a coordinated unit, striking the water in unison with powerful tail beats to generate strong surges of force. This wave-washing technique creates artificial waves up to 4 feet high, crashing over the ice edge and turning a stable platform into a slippery slope. If the ice holds, the combined mass of the group drives upward from below, shifting the balance beneath the seal. Once it enters the freezing water, the encounter becomes a learning opportunity. Young orcas observe and participate, gaining experience through real-time interaction. With success rates exceeding 60%, this strategy allows the pod to conserve energy while maximizing efficiency. It represents a refined balance between biological capability and advanced cooperative behavior at the highest level of marine predation. Crossing the powerful storms of the Pacific, the gray whale, a giant weighing up to 90,000 pounds, undertakes the longest migration in the mammal world. This round-trip journey of more than 12,000 miles is not only instinct, but a demanding test of endurance and survival. At key bottlenecks along the California coast, some of the ocean's most intelligent predators wait with patience. With disciplined coordination, orcapods carry out prolonged containment strategies that can last for hours. They take turns approaching, using body mass and controlled impacts to disrupt the calf's recovery rhythm at the surface. The pursuit is gradually guided toward shallower waters, just a few miles from shore, where the mother whale positions her body as a protective barrier for her young. In this intense survival encounter, the orca's strategic coordination meets the resilience of maternal instinct. Across the vast ocean, even a brief loss of momentum can determine the outcome for an entire generation. This is the nature of the sea, relentless, patient, and never forgiving. On the vast arena of the ocean, where the swells of the eastern Pacific conceal countless secrets, a quiet internal conflict begins to unfold. Dolphins, elite swimmers capable of bursts exceeding 20 miles per hour, are suddenly drawn into a survival challenge against the orca, a hunter defined by overwhelming size and disciplined strategy. As the pace intensifies, the surface churns with rapid acceleration and sharp directional shifts from the dolphin pod. Yet beneath the water, the orcas have already established a dense network of echolocation, sealing off every possible escape route. They move in a coordinated formation, guiding their target into less favorable waters with the precision of a specialized unit. The moment an individual becomes separated marks a critical turning point. The orca delivers a powerful hydrodynamic impact, using its mass and speed to generate a surge of force that leaves the target unable to respond. This level of efficiency reinforces the orca's position as one of the ocean's most formidable strategic hunters. If the gray whale is seen as a resilient traveler, then the humpback whale stands as a true ocean warrior. Reaching lengths of over 50 feet and weighing up to 80,000 pounds, it holds a commanding physical presence among migrating species. Yet that immense size, along with its thick layer of blubber, also makes it a highly valuable target that orcapods are willing to pursue with persistence. Facing a living fortress equipped with 15-foot pectoral fins that move like powerful whips, orcas do not rely on brute force, but on endurance-based strategy. They take turns approaching, using their mass to generate repeated pressure that reduces the calf's ability to recover at the surface. In narrow channels, as the formation tightens, the pod executes coordinated separation attempts, working to isolate the young from the mother's protection. When the waves settle, only the laws of survival remain. It is a stark intersection of nature, where one struggle gives way to another in the ongoing cycle of survival. Across the sun-scorched savannah, the lion charges forward with the authority of a ruler. Each closing step suggests that the outcome is drawing near. Yet in the wild, a single well-timed reaction can reverse the entire pursuit. Even a lion can find itself pushed off balance by prey or a rival. What could disrupt such a perfectly executed approach in the open grassland? Despite carrying nearly 420 pounds of muscle and operating with strict pride coordination, the title of King of the Savannah has never guaranteed survival. In reality, a lion's hunting success rate often falls short of its reputation. A single mistimed second or a determined response from the target can quickly turn the advantage the other way. On this unforgiving landscape, overwhelming strength sometimes gives way to the sharp awareness of animals that refuse to yield to fate. Across the arid lands of Namibia, the rhinoceros stands as a remarkable product of evolution. A living fortress weighing up to 3,000 pounds. Covered in skin nearly 2 inches thick, as tough as plated armor, and armed with a sharp keratin horn, this giant represents an unpredictable force. Lions rarely risk confronting an opponent of this scale unless extreme hunger pushes them to test their chances against such a formidable defense. At a shallow mud basin, the line between survival and danger becomes clear when a pregnant rhinoceros becomes stuck, facing 3 lions tightening their circle. Just as the predators seem close to success, maternal instinct sparks an astonishing reversal. The rhinoceros drives forward with all its strength, tearing free from the heavy mud and surging ahead at speeds reaching 35 miles per hour at close range. Each powerful charge sweeps outward like a storm, turning the massive body into an unstoppable force that scatters any attempt to approach. The memory of such encounters lingers. Even the distant presence of the giant is often enough for lions to withdraw with caution. In this harsh landscape, authority does not always belong to the creature with claws, but to the one driven by an unyielding will to protect life. From a height comparable to a 2-story building, the giraffe holds a strategic vantage point that few predators can match. With keen eyes capable of detecting movement from half a mile away, this giant, weighing about 3,000 pounds, turns distance into its greatest survival advantage. Such awareness often forces lions to abandon their usual stealth tactics and enter a far riskier contest of timing and judgment. In the demanding world of the wild, lions often focus on young individuals that have not yet developed strong defenses. However, the presence of a mother giraffe, an imposing living barrier guided by powerful protective instinct, can cause even determined predators to hesitate. Field observations in the Serengeti suggest that confronting a fully grown giraffe is an immense challenge, with nearly 75% of close approaches ending without success. Clear opportunities appear only when hunters manage to separate a calf from its protection. In rare moments, pressure from a pursuing group may cause a mother to react a split second too late, briefly opening a narrow chance for the hunters. On these grasslands, height is more than a biological trait. It becomes a long-range defense system that often compels the so-called king of the savannah to withdraw with hunger still unresolved. Behind the zebra's calm appearance lies a formidable defense system. Hind legs built with the force of sledgehammers. A direct kick from those iron-hard hooves can generate tremendous pressure of up to 3,000 pounds per square inch, forceful enough to stop even a reckless predator in its tracks. Once the chase begins, a 150-pound foal can quickly become the focus. But at the very edge of survival, the mother zebra's protective instinct surges forward. She pivots in an instant, turning body weight into explosive force and delivering a fierce counterstrike. Under that level of impact, even a predator's 2-inch claws can lose their advantage. Nature has recorded more than a few moments when a zebra turns a hunt into a dangerous reversal. The response may be brief, but it can be forceful enough to open a path to survival. The predator withdraws, leaving behind drifting dust and a costly lesson. Here, survival does not belong only to the strongest, but to the one capable of delivering the decisive blow that protects life. The Nile crocodile is a master of ambush beneath murky water. An adult male weighing up to 1,000 pounds can unleash remarkable bursts of power from dense tail muscles. It does not rely on long-distance speed. Instead, the crocodile survives through extreme patience, remaining motionless like a drifting log, waiting for the moment when an animal steps into the water, where awareness often comes too late. In the Serengeti, lions rule the land, but along the river's edge they become outsiders. Reaching lengths of up to 14 feet, the Nile crocodile establishes an unseen boundary beneath the surface. Even a faint ripple from a lion crossing the shallows can trigger the crocodile's hunting instinct. The response unfolds in an instant, directed toward vulnerable points. Adult lions often rely on agility to pull back and escape the danger. For young lions, the water rarely allows a second chance. A single curious step at the riverbank can turn the shoreline into a point of no return. In cloudy water, the pride's usual coordination offers little advantage. A lioness may rush forward in urgency, but slippery ground and deeper currents quickly erase all signs of what happened. It becomes a harsh lesson about the boundaries of survival space. On Africa's sunlit battleground, the rival that often makes lions cautious is not a solitary giant, but a calculated army, the spotted hyena. Weighing around 140 pounds, each individual carries a bite force of about 1,100 pounds per square inch, strong enough to break even the toughest bones. Yet their most formidable advantage lies in numbers. Clans can reach up to 80 members, operating within a strict and disciplined matriarchal order. When they discover lions guarding a carcass, hyenas rarely rush in recklessly. Instead, they circle at the outer edge, moving in and out while releasing loud calls that summon more clan members. The pressure is not always meant to overpower the lions directly. More often, it stretches the tension, wearing down focus while waiting for the right moment to claim a share of the meal. In other moments, the balance shifts. A male lion may appear suddenly and charge a group of hyenas that have become distracted while feeding. Within seconds, the slowest individual can be pinned beneath powerful paws. Yet rather than scatter, these longtime rivals may regroup and push back together, accepting the risk to draw attention away from a clan member. Hyenas have even been observed surrounding younger male lion, future rulers still lacking experience. In the end, these encounters reveal a stark truth. On this land, the solitude of a king can sometimes yield to the discipline of an organized army. In the wild, the long-standing rivalry between lions and African wild dogs forms a story with no clear ending. Against the 420-pound strength of a lion, a single wild dog weighing about 60 pounds has little chance alone. Yet the true power of this rival lies in collective intelligence and the disciplined coordination of a highly organized pack. When pushed into a corner, wild dogs deploy a strategy of multi-point harassment. Rather than confronting the lion directly, they divide their formation, releasing sharp alarm calls while making quick nips toward vulnerable areas from behind. With a bite force of about 317 pounds per square inch, agility becomes their primary advantage, forcing the larger predator to constantly reposition within a shifting and confusing pattern. Their response relies on numbers, especially when facing a lone lioness. Whenever the lion attempts to counter, the pack immediately adjusts into a fan-shaped formation, keeping a cautious distance while maintaining steady pressure. At that point, the encounter becomes more than a contest over food. It reflects territorial resolve and the instinct to safeguard the pack. Gradually, the lion steps back. Silence settles again across the savannah. In this demanding landscape, the strength of unity and discipline once more outweighs the authority of a solitary predator. The orca commands the ocean not only through strength, but through intelligence and precise coordination. Each hunt reflects a near-complete level of control over the situation. Even the final escape route of its prey can become part of a calculated strategy. That is why the orca is regarded as one of the most formidable predators beneath the surface. If you want to witness more encounters like these, support the journey by liking the video and subscribing today.